All right, YouTube, what's up? I've got a 2016 BMW 340i M Sport here today. I only have this car for a few more hours. This is a lightly used 2016. It's pretty dope. So this is their refresh every so they do the life cycle of these cars is about 6 years, and this is going to be, so this is a 2016, so we're on to our 4th year. So for the last couple years, they do a quick refresh and I feel like they kind of just refine their car. For a refresh, I actually feel like they did quite a bit to this car. So we've got a new track handling package that comes on this car, which gives you the blue M Sport brakes, and these are the new 19-inch wheels, the upgraded wheel. Blue M Sport brakes, different suspension tuning, and different steering tuning. So one of the big complaints with this car when it came out was the feel. And I don't think it was bad. I think people were just used to, you know, the E90 had its hydraulic steering, and so it was quite a different feel when they went to electronic steering. But electronic steering is cool because you can tune it, you can change it, and I think the manufacturers over the last, 4 or 5 years with electronic steering coming to market have really gotten the hang of it. And I know Porsche and BMW and some of these guys have really figured out their tuning, and it's starting to feel really good. Anyways, so let's go over this car. This car is basically loaded up. You can almost get a base M3 for the cost of this 340. I'm so used to 335. The cost was 340, but it is pretty sweet. So this has the driver's assistance, the driver's assistance plus, the M Sport pack, the track handling pack, the premium pack. It's got everything. And then LED light package. Let's take a quick look at these. I actually want to hurry and turn off the lights and show you these LED lights. These are dope. So your LED light pack is a full LED light, and it also gives you auto high beam. So let's go over here. Let's hit the lights. And let's take a look at those bad boys. Just freaking cool. And man, they light up the road, and there's nothing like a good set of lights on your car. Something that I always appreciate. But yeah, pretty freaking awesome. LED light pack, probably worth checking that box. And then this also has the full technology and navigation package too. So anyways, fully loaded. What are the big changes for the 2016 for the 340? So suspension tuning, the track handling package is a big change. So I think they've really done a good job. So they've firmed up the suspension, they've gave it better feeling steering. Interior exterior is pretty much the same. There's not a whole lot style-wise that has changed. I think they did change them up a little bit, like maybe the side skirt and a few things. But basically, it's just a light refresh on the styling. But a big difference between the 330 and the 335 and the 340 would be the new B58 engine. So everybody coming from a 335, you've got a N55 like in my N2, which has been a really good motor. But it looks like they've done a bunch of refinement to the N55 and gave it a new code. And kind of the things that I didn't like that I just mentioned in my M2, they've kind of fixed with this motor. So inline 6, single turbo, but it has a larger turbo than the N55. So this probably has, well, not probably, I think it does have more tuning potential than the older motor, which I think is cool. I think you can get this thing to 380 wheel, which is putting it close, 450 at the crank, dang near, if you do a few tuning things to it. Also, you've got your air to water intercooler now. Let's see, what's this? Usually these just pop. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, so looks like a regular, looks like an N55, but your different intake manifold with your air to water. So this definitely looks different. This is your water inlet. So you've got all your intercooler is basically inside the intake manifold now. And that is freaking cool. And the big thing with that, if you don't understand what air to water is, basically you just have consistent temperature. So whether it's hot or cold, your turbos are always getting the same, or your motor is getting the same temperature of air, and it really just helps kind of give you that consistent power. And these direct fuel injected motors are so precise and kind of temperamental because of that. Having a nice consistent air temperature is the bomb. And they kind of figured that out with the M3 and the M5. I remember the M5 on the Nürburgring was just, I couldn't believe how rock solid the temps were, no matter how hard I pushed that car. BMW does a good job of figuring out, like, not just the power, but like actually like sustaining that power and really making a quality car. And I think that's what you get, you know, with this 340i. And then just a suite of technology that is the bomb. I'm liking the new wheels with the LED lights and the sapphire black and those new wheels. It looks great. Let's take a quick look at the inside. But yeah, B58, you know, they did it's their inline six, bigger turbo, air to water intercooler, obviously more power. They did do a different cylinder coating that's basically slipperier, has less friction, which makes it rev even easier. So that's another thing that they do so well. They make like such a free revving engine that has high compression with turbocharging. So it's like kind of the best of both worlds. You have all this torque because it's turboed, but it still revs like an NA motor, which I think is the bomb. So let's take a look at the inside. Like I said, this is pretty much as loaded as you can get. So the nice sport seats, M Sport seats. They got the little white insert there, oyster, I think they call it, insert. Your beautiful M steering wheel. Let's pop in here. So like I said, this one does have the full technology package. And they've updated the software, I believe, for 2016. We've got our aluminum trim with black accents. We got the H&K radio. Guys, if you're looking at these, if you like your tunes, the H&K, man, check that box. It is just, I love Harden Kardon. They've done such a good job with BMW formulating these. But yeah, nice place to be. I think over, you know, your Audi and your Mercedes, man, BMW, they just put so much sport into their car. It feels, and definitely over like a Lexus, it feels so much, I don't know, just funner. It's just funner. A Beamer is typically funner. I'm excited to try the new S4 with their new turbocharged 6. I think it's going to be pretty dope. But I mean, this is definitely a car in real world circumstances that you can just live with. Big trunk, nice back seat, just great technology. Everybody wants technology, I feel like, today. And this just has great technology. You got your blind spot, your lane keep assist, your accident avoidance. It's got it all. It's a nice suite. And I'm really liking BMW's tech packs, their driver's assist packs. I think it's really nice stuff. It gives your speed limit info, so has a camera that grabs speed limit sign, throws it up on the dash. But pretty awesome. So yeah, this refresh was pretty significant. Same ZF8 speed, but they've changed the tuning. That's another thing that they've worked on. So I think it feels even better. But, you know, pretty decent upgrades from the 335 to the 340. So just keep that in mind if you're in the market. I mean, they did do a significant amount of refining of the N55 and just this chassis, this 335, 340 chassis. So, all right, guys, let's go for a drive and see how she goes. It's kind of a gloomy day, sorry, but we'll throw the cameras in here and I've never driven this car at all. I've never driven the B58, so I'm super excited to kind of check out this new motor, and we'll see what we think together. All right. All right, guys, let's go for a drive in the 2016 BMW 340i M Sport. So I'm excited to try this engine. Unfortunately, this is the only day I can review it, and it is raining outside, so I'm not gonna be. I'll hopefully be able to do a few pulls, but I'm gonna stay on the not so turny canyon. I'm excited. I literally haven't driven this engine, so I'm super curious to see how it does compared to the N55. Yeah, I'm stoked. I haven't even punched it or anything. I wanted to kind of punch it the first time with you guys. I'll throw it in sport if I can get out of here. Oh, it's got a snappy like usual. I can tell it's got a little bit different sound actually to it, which I like. One thing, I'm feeling right at home in this thing too. I love, you know, the packages are all super, they're kind of expensive, and you start adding them all, it adds up, but man, I love having the driver's assistance, the driver's assistance plus, and the hardened carbon, the technology, and the heads-up display, and the camera pack, and like, man, it's nice to have. It really makes the car. It makes it expensive too, but man, it's good. All right. Oof. I like the transmission tuning. I can already kind of tell a little difference there. I like the I too. You know, they got the 335i, you got a 335X drive. You know, it's hard because if it's your daily driver, and you know you're in a snowy climate or something, and you know you need that traction, like the X drives do good in the winter, but man, they take some of the fun out of the driving experience, and I think the I is kind of the ticket. You don't have that 200 pounds of weight in the front of the car, and you can actually turn your traction control all the way off. On the all-wheel drive ones you cannot, and it has a better balance and a better feel when it's good weather, right? But it depends on your situation. But if I have a choice, I want the I don't want X drive. I've had both, and I love BMW. You know, like the new M5, it's going to be all-wheel drive, but I love that they made it an option, you know, that you can turn it off, because front engine rear drive cars are they're just the bomb. They're the bomb. I just personally don't like all-wheel drive. It's kind of the reason probably why I don't buy too many Audis personally. You know, my friend has a new R8, and that's a little different. It's pretty sick. But all right, let's give it a little gas. So it's coming down pretty good, but you know what I'll say is it's just it's got a good sound. I like the sound, and it's just buttery smooth. I feel like they've just, like I talked about walking around the car, it's kind of what I thought. They've really just refined the transmission and engine together. Just feel great. You can just tell that it's refinement. It's 4 years of kind of figuring it out. Oh, nice. Ooh, yeah, it's snappy. Ooh, it's a good shift. It's a good shift. Man, I wish I had this thing on a nice day. Great. The steering is better too. I'll say that. The steering is definitely better. It has good feel. I can feel the front of this car. So it's good. So I think the guys that were upset with the, you know, the first models of this new chassis, I think you're gonna like the steering tuning on the 16. If it has the track, I think the track handling package is different too, so this does have that also. But yeah, it feels good, man. Suspension, I'm liking the suspension feel too. yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, so great technology. The B58 engine is feeling like a step to me, like big time. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I mean, it feels like a 3 Series, but it feels better, man. It's like that extra 20% of refinement that makes 100% difference. And I feel like there's a little more passion in this 340. I can already tell, and I'm liking it. Let's see if we can get a couple more pulls. Oh, police. Get in trouble for speeding in the rain. Yeah. We needed some rain, so this is good, but like I said, sucks. Sorry, this is the only day I could do it. Yeah, that ZF, man, this ZF 8-speed, it was good when it came out, but man, they really have done some pretty aggressive refinement. I think, you know, and all the companies they all kind of use the ZF, but I think they get to fine-tune the software. So like Audi, Jaguar, Mercedes, BMW, they all contract with ZF and use this 8-speed. It is like the best transmission out there right now. But they get to choose how to tune the thing, and I feel like BMW's engineers have done an excellent job tuning this thing. Yeah, it feels good. It feels just snappy. Car's doing good too. Not a lot of roll. It's feeling really planted and nice. Easy to speed. BMWs, man. You have like no sense of speed in these things. They're always so smooth and refined that you're doing 80 in a 50 and it feels like you're doing 40, and it's just kind of amazing. But anyways, yeah, I'm liking it. I wish I could actually get on it a little bit for you guys, but the motor seems snappy. The shifts are just crisp. It's very planted. I'm really liking the steering tuning. It's feeling good. Seat's good. It's 3 Series as usual in here. The technology update is nice. The new software, I had that in my M2. It's excellent, and I like the new displays too. You can change the coloring on them and stuff, which is cool. But yeah, H&K radio, freaking jams. So yeah, that's the hard thing with the 3 Series. You know, you option up like this, you're getting close to an M3 in cost, to a base model M3, but I kind of get it, man. If you're like a businessman with a family, but you still want to have a little fun. I like what Mercedes has done to their interior and exterior looks, but it still doesn't have, you know, an Audi has great Quattro, so if you're into all-wheel drive, it's good. But if you're the guy that just really likes to drive, I think BMW has got to be, it's got to be the car for you. It's just better. They do a better job of engineering fun driving. Traction control. Oh, yep, more traction control. Oh man, yeah, it's got a great feel. It comes on, man. That motor, it just revs so free. It just wants to go. It just feels efficient. I think that's what it is. It's just efficient. It is just, you're accessing every bit of power that this thing can put down. Yeah, it feels good. I guess on a rainy day today, X-Drive would be nice, but yeah, I like it. I like the B58, man. I kind of wish the M2 had a B58, like a souped up B58. It's funny how they, you know, the new hot car, they put the N55 in, which is good, and they forged it, they tweaked it, but this thing, though, that's one of my complaints. This thing, I feel like you have access to more power out of a 340i. You can do intake, chip, and exhaust on this thing, and you're going to be dang near 400 to the wheels. That's crazy. So, dang it. I guess hopefully the CS will have, you know, it'll have an S55, so that's going to be cool, and it's going to be detuned S55, which means you can probably tune it back up. But
anyways, 340, it's a step. If you're deciding between a 335 and a 340, I guess it depends on price. I think the 335s are great too, but I would definitely say that the 2016 is a good improvement over a 2015. So anyways, guys, all right, that's it. Please like and subscribe if you liked it. Subscribe for more content. I try to have a lot of fun on my channel, and I appreciate you guys as always. Thanks.